What advice do you have for me?
Well, you're 13.
Yeah.
And what kind of advice are you looking for?
What I should do with my life?
What do you want to do with your life? All right.
Nice job.
A job, that's an important thing to think about.
Family.
Your family, and if you're interested in a job, try and find something that you're passionate about and that you're going to enjoy, because to enjoy a job is a career that is not going to be a burden on you.
Yeah.
Okay? So I would suggest you finish school, and if you can, in the process of going through school, now that you're 13, concentrate on taking an apprenticeship or learn a trade, so that when you graduate from high school, you have a trade that you can actually make a living in. And that is going to set you up, so then you can take, and if you want to do something else with your life, like you say you've got a passion for fishing, and you want to say you want to go work for Pro Bass company, Pro Shops. But this way here, and visiting with you earlier, you've told me that you enjoy cooking.
Yeah.
Well, if I was you, I would try and get myself into a cooking school, even go online and get started in it, so that you at least have some credentials, so that when you graduate from school, you've got an opportunity that you won't be a burden to anybody. Because if you go for an education, the biggest thing right now is the financial structure that's set up, because when you finally get out of school, you're going to have a pretty big bill. But if you can alleviate that and get some scholarships, that's going to really help. But I would suggest that you take a look at what would really interest you, and if that does, and then if you want to get into the sports thing, but as an example, if you became a chef, that's something that type of a job is going to be available forever, because people will always want to eat. And it's like whatever you do, try and do the best you can, because nobody hates a good job. So that's probably the biggest thing. And when you decide to go do something with your life, I would suggest this. The first thing you want to do is you get yourself in a good physical condition, and the better physically you are, the better mentally you're going to be, so that you can actually start to learn and retain what you've learned. Because if your health is not good, it's a big burden on trying to get an education. And like I suggested before, that your spirit and your soul, you're the ones in charge of your physical body, and it's up to you. That's your job. You get yourself in shape like that, and you're going to be absolutely amazed at where you're going to go, because when you learn, you don't want it to become a burden. And then when you start to do a job, you're going to be able to enjoy it, and you're going to be able to put more yourself into that job. And nobody hates a good job, and I don't care what you want to do with your life. That's something that my father told me, and he said, I thought to me that was good advice to me, and I've never ever in my career, I've never had a problem getting a job. And like I never had the opportunity to finish school, because I ended up getting married when I was very young, and I had to support a family. So, but you, and today, young people today, you have more opportunity to pursue what you want to do than ever before in the history of man. So you have the world as your oyster, but you can sit there and you can figure it out. There's so many different activities, and if a person is really interested in doing something, you will never be out of work. That's all the advice I can give you. You follow your passion, it's going to be easy for you, and if you do that, you have 100% chance of being successful in any endeavor that you would like to do with your life.